What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some awesome Nintendo Switch topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And with the next Xbox and PlayStation systems coming out, there are a number of people who think that the Nintendo Switch will be left behind because it's not as powerful. But according to one Nintendo Switch porting studio, they don't think that's going to be the case. So in an interview with Nintendo Everything, Engine Software VP of Development Rudd Van, I can't say his last name, stated that the Nintendo Switch kind of exists in its own dimension and will continue to get support after the next systems from Microsoft and Sony drop. So here's what he had to say exactly. Quote, "In my opinion, the Nintendo Switch, like the Wii before, exists in its own dimension of the market and will continue to do well even when the PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox Series X are released. As so many times before, Nintendo's consoles just have their own uniqueness that doesn't depend on having the fastest processor or the largest memory. That's why I always have to smile when I hear someone say Nintendo is done." Now, Engine Software has ported several games to Nintendo Switch, including Ni no Kuni and Into the Breach. Engine Software's VP also praised Nintendo as the company that did a fantastic job in terms of offering the proper tools and development environment, even before the system was available, which they were criticized heavily for before the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS to some extent. "We have come a long way from the time where you got a circuit board with a cable and manual in Japanese if you want to develop for the console," he stated. So very cool stuff there, and Nintendo Everything will have the full interview in a bit, and that's great to know because I'm looking at it this way. I kind of see it how Engine Software VP sees it. Like, if you look at the Nintendo Switch, yes, it's not going to have the most powerful processor, or it's not going to have the most memory or anything like that, but just like not only the Wii, but just like the Nintendo DS, just like the 3DS, just like all of Nintendo's systems that are coinciding with stronger systems, even with handheld systems, like, for example, the PS Vita or the PSP. Nintendo has the exclusives. Nintendo has their own little market that they've already carved out. There are 50 million plus Nintendo Switch users out there. There's still going to be a market for people who want to play games on the Nintendo Switch after the Xbox Series X, or after the new Xbox comes out and after the PS5 comes out. Yes, those systems are going to get a majority of the big new flashy games that come out, but that doesn't mean teams like Panic Button, and that doesn't mean Engine Software and other teams that port games over are going to just not get any more work. There's going to be publishers out there, and there's going to be game developers out there that want to put out stuff on the Nintendo Switch because it has an active user base, because it has those development tools, because it already supports engines that they've been using, and they can port over older games or just make current gen versions of those games uniquely for the system, just like we saw with the Nintendo Wii. So to me, because of how good the Switch has been doing, because of the sales of the system, that isn't just going to stop in terms of things just because PS5 and the next Xbox are coming out. Once again, just like we've seen with this generation, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox get a lot of the big new flashy games, but overall the Nintendo Switch is still getting a lot of games on the system. So I don't really think anything's really going to stop too much from that. It is its own kind of thing on the market, and there's enough of an install base for developers to continue supporting the system as long as the user base is active and people are buying the system and buying games. So that's my thought process on there, and I'm kind of thinking a lot like this dude. So what are you guys' thoughts when it comes to this? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here. It seems like Alienware is trying to start up some type of fake console war or something going on here when it comes to the Nintendo Switch and their new Nintendo Switch-like system, the Alienware Concept UFO. So on Alienware's official Twitter page, they actually took a review from Trusted Reviews about the best of show at CES 2020, which their concept UFO did win that. So here's what they quoted from that review from Trusted Reviews. "The Nintendo Switch is cool, but the price and limited number of games on it isn't, which is why we fell in love with the Alienware Concept UFO the moment we saw it this CES." So they took that little snippet from that review. Instead of taking anything else that they could have taken, they took that as a direct, I guess, competition or shot at Nintendo, which is interesting, which is very interesting because this review, there's no price. So already seeing that the Nintendo Switch, like, the price isn't cool. Well, the cheapest system that you can get for the Nintendo Switch is $199. If you know anything about Alienware, they have been notorious for their prices being inflated based off of the look and based off of the name Alienware. You can get cheaper PCs or cheaper products that aren't branded with Alienware, that are better performance or that are better for a cheaper price. So it's interesting that they would take that quote and put it there, because that one could come back to bite them in the butt. There are already portable PC devices out there. For example, the GPD Win 2, and that's $700 plus, you know, depending on like what model you get and stuff like that. So are they going to have this thing priced around $300 like the Nintendo Switch is, or even $199? I highly doubt it, because this thing, the concept UFO from Alienware, is running on Windows 10. So it's not like this is like a cheap preloaded Soldier Boy console or something like that. This is a fully functioning PC that you can take anywhere, but there's no price on there, and I don't think there's going to be any exclusive games, obviously, because it's just a PC. And even if you look at the Nintendo Switch, has like over 2,000 games. That's like 2,500 games or something like that. So it has over 2K games. So I'm not really sure what's going on with the review when they talk about the price, because $199 to me doesn't seem like a bad price at all for the Nintendo Switch. And even if you want to go up to $299, that's not too bad, considering that it can be played on the TV and also on the go, and the exclusives that you get on the system. So I don't know what Alienware is trying to do here, but hey, it is what it is. We'll see what the price of this Alienware concept UFO is, and we'll see if people rush out to go buy this, because the Nintendo Switch price and limited amount of games apparently isn't cool, despite the Nintendo Switch constantly getting a bunch of games and people are buying them and people are loving the games. But hey, it is what it is. Everybody has their opinions, right? But anyway, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, I'm moving on to the next topic here. If you're someone who likes to play the Nintendo Switch portably, but necessarily isn't comfortable with the grip of the Joy-Cons, or even using an extra grip to help you play portable, there is a new device for you. So a company called Columbus Circle will be offering a product that lets you do that. Now, due out on January 21st in Japan, a new accessory will be released that lets you mount the Pro Controller right into the device itself. The peripheral works with both the original Nintendo Switch and the Switch Lite. Now, the pricing for this is set at 1,738 yen, and I took the liberty to translate that for you guys, but you have to remember, it's not always the direct translation from yen to US dollars, but it costs around $15 to $16 for this device. And I'll be honest here, this is pretty good. This could replace a Satisfy grip for a lot of people out there. Now, that's what I mainly use to play portable, is a Satisfy grip, but I don't have a Satisfy grip for my Nintendo Switch Lite, and I think that this would be a pretty good option. I know my brother, he uses a stand, like a grip stand thingy, like an extra better one than the built-in stand on the Nintendo Switch. He uses that and a Pro Controller when he plays portable mode, when he's not at home. So this could be a good option for people who already have some type of other built-in stand that they use, or if you don't want to use a Satisfy grip, if you like using the actual Pro Controller more, this is a great option. And this could also enhance a lot of the stuff for people who play fighting games on the go, because the Pro Controller to me is just a better controller for fighting games. If you're playing something like Dragon Ball FighterZ, or if you're playing something like Xenoverse or Smash Brothers, or whatever the case is, having this would be a better option to where you can have it closer and have the Pro Controller. So I'm definitely picking up one of these for my Nintendo Switch Lite. For sure picking up one for my Nintendo Switch Lite, and it seems like it's not going to be too bad on price. What are you guys' thoughts on this Nintendo Switch/Switch Lite Pro Controller mount? Is this something that you consider picking up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, moving on to the next topic here. We have Metro Redux officially coming to the Nintendo Switch. That has been announced. Plus, we have a release date as well. So Metro Redux is coming to Nintendo Switch on February 28th. Publisher Deep Silver and developer 4A Games has announced. The collection, which includes both Metro 2033 Redux and Metro Last Light Redux, first launched for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC back all the way in August 2014, so it's been quite some time. And here's an overview of the game via Deep Silver. The critically acclaimed Metro Redux saga has been brought to life on the Nintendo Switch. Immerse yourself in the post-apocalyptic world of the Moscow Metro as you fight to save your besieged home station from all that would threaten it. Experience the events that came before Metro Exodus and experience the epic story on Switch for the first time. Developed in-house by 4A Games, the Switch iteration of Metro Redux will contain both games and downloadable content. For physical editions, there is no extra download required, so they got both games on a 16GB cartridge there. Now you can order your physical version from select retailers and get some nice bonuses, link in the description below if you want to know more about that, and also the game as well. And this is actually pretty good. I'm cycling through some screenshots in the announcement trailer, and it looks like it's going to be a solid port of the game. And Metro is a first-person shooter, and if you're a Nintendo Switch gamer, you know that there is a lack of first-person shooters, traditional ones, on the system. So them bringing this game over, or these games over, I should say, with in-house porting, so they better do a good job since it's going to be in-house porting, because they can't blame it on anything else or say that they didn't know what they were doing because they decided to port it in-house. So if it's quality and everything, I think these are going to be good pickups for Nintendo Switch owners who want to get their first-person shooter on, because there just isn't a lot of first-person shooting games on the system. There's no COD, Battlefield games like that. So Metro Redux, I think it's coming at a good time. February 28th, that is good as well. There's not a lot of huge releases in terms of new games at the beginning of the year on the Nintendo Switch. So February 28th, first-person shooter, I think it's pretty good for those who like those type of games. So what are you guys' thoughts on Metro Redux coming over to Nintendo Switch on one cartridge too for the physical fans out there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here. Little Town Hero has a physical edition coming called the Big Idea Edition, and this is not coming from the Pokemon Company or Nintendo or even Game Freak themselves, but NIS America is handling this one. So NIS America has announced a special release of Little Town Hero called the Big Idea Edition. The Game Freak title will be offered in physical form with a bunch of goodies. The package contains Little Town Hero for the Nintendo Switch, Life in the Village art book, Is It, Does It poster, Defending Duo label pin set, Town Tunes official soundtrack, and a collector's box. That actually looks pretty nice here. Now, Little Town Hero Big Idea Edition launches this spring. You can pre-order it on the NIS America website, link in the description below. And if you know anything about NIS pre-orders, when you pre-order their games, you usually get them like a day or two before they release, so they ship it out early, so that's pretty cool. And Little Town Hero is a game that some people really love, but then some people really hate as well. It's definitely mixed when it comes down to the reviews, but this box set looks pretty good. This physical edition looks good, and I've kind of been waiting for a physical edition of the game, so I'll probably just pick it up just because it looks cool and I kind of want to have a physical edition of the game. But if you're interested in Little Town Hero, you can definitely check out videos. People have talked about it. There's reviews, demo, whatever the case is, and see if it's a game that you'd want to pick up yourself. So what are you guys' thoughts on all the different topics here when it comes to the Nintendo Switch? Everything that we went over, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace.